Hello, today we will be building this here desk organizer. So I'm thinking of how this can be 3D printed. We have to have a maximum width no greater than 200 millimeters to fit on my printer. So I'm going to make this about 180 millimeters from this side to this side, and I believe 150 from this side to this side. These little pen holders here, these will be around 11 millimeters. And this here will fit my cell phone size, which is 82 millimeters. It doesn't make a lot of sense to put a cell phone and some pencils in here, but regardless, we'll continue on with this desk organizer. This was AI generated, so not all the thought was put into it, but I liked the concept and I liked the image, so I thought I could recreate this in 3D. So let's open up OnShape. Let's start to create this. I have OnShape open. This is OnShape, and this is a free subscription. We're going to go to Create, Document, and we're going to put in Desk Organizer, Create Document. And again, I said this was going to be in millimeters. So we're going to build this on the top view. So let's hide our front. Let's left click, and hit Y to hide those. Let's hit top, and we can move this over a little bit. All right, let's grab a sketch, put sketch on top view, zoom out, use your middle mouse button to the scroll wheel will zoom in and out. And if you hold down the scroll wheel, it does a pan. If you right click and hold that down, it's a pan. All right, so let's get back on top and we'll pan that over. So now let's build our total size here. So we said it's going to be around 180. So we're just going to get it roughly around that number, 180 by 150. All right, let's hit D for dimension. We're going to change this to 120. And distance, D for distance, here to here, 180. And we're going to add the cell phone area. So that was 82 millimeters. So just click over there, hit D for dimension, that wall to this wall, 82. And there to here, let's go with like 8 millimeters. And we need to build a circle here. We can move that around as we want. And then we're going to build a box over here. Would have some clearance on the side. So let's put a larger circle over here. And we'll put a box over here. And then we'll add our 11 millimeter holes. We're going to add one. And then we can do a what is it called? A linear pattern of them. Let's hit D for dimension on this guy. We're going to change this to 11. Okay, so now we can do 11, and then we can position this guy. So let's position it against this wall. 80. And then against this wall. 55. Let's hit our linear pattern. Click on that guy right there. We're going to go with the linear pattern spaced. Let's say this is 12 millimeters apart. We can go, let's try 15 millimeters apart. We can adjust the other sizes, and then we can do 3 down. So we're going to click left click to confirm that. Now we're going to click on linear pattern again. We're going to click on these 3, 2, 3, and this time we're going down. So we should be able to choose this down. There we are. This looks like it's slightly rotated. I don't like that. Is it rotated? No, it's actually not. Just an illusion. All right. We have a little more space going this way. Let's do 15. And that looks pretty good. Let's left click to confirm that. All right, and now we can make some corners, do some round fillets and stuff, and we can position this guy. So D for dimension. We're gonna dimension this guy right here. We're gonna do like 18 from the side, 18 from here, 6, 6, and of course you can adjust this to anything you want. I'm just throwing in some numbers. I want it a little bit away from this wall right here, so I'm going to do like 35. Okay, and width of this, we can change this to, let's say 50. 35. 35. 50. Okay, and then we can adjust the location of this. We can get the dimension there. Let's say it's 55. Moves the whole thing over. So we got a little more space for that one. Okay, and then we could actually go bigger, a little bit bigger if we wanted to. 35, 25, and 25. Yeah, I think that's perfect. That looks great. So now we can add some rounds to some fillets. Let's click that fillet guy. Let's click here. We're gonna pull this back. We're gonna do probably a 15 millimeter fillet. Let's click on that 2 times. 15, enter. Let's click down here. Left click, confirms. Left click. Left click. Now we'll add rounds to here. So click here. And we'll probably go smaller. Let's do like 8. Let's see how 8 looks. 8 looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, and doing the same thing to this guy. Okay. Now we can think we're pretty much finished with the first part of the sketch. Let's click green check. Okay, so now we're going to do an extrusion. And we're going to make this, let's do a rotation here. Right mouse button, hold that down and rotate it. We're going to extrude this down, let's say 10 millimeters. Gives it a little bit of thickness, strength. These we can leave them as is, or if you want to, we can, you know, put some rounds on them. All right, let's get back to our top view. We can click on this top and we can hit Y. We can hide that. So now what I want to do is I want to show this sketch over here. So let's click on the eyeball and let's do a extrusion. We're going to extrude the outside edges of this, and we want to go down 10 millimeters. We also want new solid. We're going to go starting offset. So we're going to offset this 10 millimeters. And then we're going to go down an additional, let's say 5 millimeters. Flip it. Flip that one. See, that's where we want it. And now we want to enclose these guys. So to do that, we're going to have to click on each of these individually. Okay, green check. That creates a totally solid. And now we can, this was already unioned. So we can see down here it merged with part 1, which is fine. Okay, that's what we want. And now we can add some blends and radiuses and stuff to this. Let's add a big radius to this edge right here. Fillet. Click in there. Looks good. Yep. And then we'll put a fillet on the very top afterwards. So this right here, we can keep it pretty much sharp, but we're going to extrude it all the way up. So what we can do is another sketch on this guy. We can create a whole new sketch on this. And then we will slide this over. We could actually go with offset. We want to do, let's say, 2mm offset. Let's click on that. Double click on the 5. Change it to 2. Left click to get out of that. And then we're going to offset this guy right here. So we're going to go offset 2mm here. We'll fix that 5 in a second. Double click inside of there. 2. Okay, green check. All right, so now we have our 2 new pieces right here. We can do extrusion. Extrude that. Let's zoom in, get right there. And then we're gonna zoom into this guy. Yep. And we're gonna pull this up. Let's say 40mm. There we are. It unioned it to it, so it merged and unioned. Okay. Next one, I want to I want to move this here forward. Okay, so let's go do that. Let's go to sketch 1, and we're going to change this. Actually, we didn't have a dimension there, so let's go here, here to here. We're going to change this to 40. There we go. I think 40 is good. It's good. All right, so we got 40mm there. Let's create a wall that comes up in angles here. We'll put like maybe a 10 or 15 degree angle on it. So here's what we can do is we can take this, extrude something out of that shape right there. Let's click on top here. Let's click on extrude. We're going to click on new. We don't want it to unite. Solid new. Clicking on that guy right there. We're going to pull this up. Let's say we'll pull it up. Let's say 60mm. Okay. We're going to say okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this. So we're going to do a transform. Let's go over here to transform. Click on that guy right there. We're going to do a rotation. Rotate. Our axis is, we can choose this axis or like a axis in the back or something. We're going to flip it the other way. Let's do 20 degrees, see how that looks. No copy. We're just going to do that right there. I think that's pretty good. Is that a good enough angle? Possibly. Let's move this back a little more. Let's do a transform and push this back. We're going to do this one, translate X, Y, Z. And just going to grab this and we're going to move it back about 8mm. Looks good. And then our cell phone should come down and kind of sit into the slot, so that will prevent it from falling and slipping forward. So we can add some fillets to this side right here. Fillet there. We're going to change that size to much smaller. I think 4 should make it perfectly round. We're going to choose all 4 corners of this guy. Green check. And if you think you need support on the back side, we can add support. Looks like there's support in the image of the 3D generated. But yeah, that's if you need it. I think this would be fine. I mean, the cell phone's not very heavy. It's not going to be able to, if this is all one piece of plastic, it shouldn't push that far, that would break. So, all right, so now let's round some edges. Over here, let's click on this guy right here. We're gonna click on, like, say 0.5 millimeter all the way around, and we're gonna click on all the faces of this guy. Except for that bottom face. Let's click OK. Let's do a union. We're gonna union this guy to this guy. Looks good. Now we're gonna do a whole bunch of blends. So let's click on all this top face. It's probably having an issue with this area right here. Let's undo that. Let's get rid of this boolean, and let's create a fillet on all these top surfaces. So fillet, top surface. We're gonna do a small 0.5 fillet on everything, and we can actually choose that and that face, this face. Okay, green check. Actually, we can choose that, and that. Green check. Okay, everything has a small little fillet on it now. Bottom side, we can add a little fillet to this side too. Let's click on that fillet 4. We can add that bottom surface right there. Green check. All right, fillet looks like it's everywhere. Let's union this now to this one. So we're going to go over here to Boolean, union, this guy to this guy, green check. All right. So this is unioned together with this. All right, there we go. That is our desk organizer. And of course, you can fully customize this and make it however you want. If your pens are thicker, or you need to, increase or decrease the size of this, your cell phone smaller, or maybe you want to use an old iPod or something like that. But yeah, so you can adjust this to however you want. And you saw how I did it all in Sketch 1 pretty much. And that concludes the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.